All right, guys. New year, new season, new prize. We all know what's on the line. World Club Championships, right? We've been working for years to get to this point, and this is the culmination of all that. Just keep that in mind when you take the field today. There's 48 teams coming to this tournament, world's best. We weren't even supposed to be there. We're the last team invited, right? So there's 47 other teams out there right now training specifically to crush us. And we need to go out there and bring it twice as hard as those teams in order to compete with them, right? So let's bring it out of respect for the teams that didn't make it. Let's bring it for our city. Let's bring it for our country. But most of all, let's bring it for the guys in this huddle, right? Yeah. You ready to do this? Yeah! Strike on 3, 1, 2, 3, strike! For a tournament as high in caliber and as intense as the World Club Championships, preparation is everything. No matter what your goals are as a team, you're going to need to prepare properly to achieve them. And we also know that not all teams are dealt an equal hand with respect to their ability to prepare. So, for example, in our case, we feel really fortunate that we're able to be outside year-round practicing, and we make a point of taking advantage of that. What can teams expect to see from General Strike when they line up against us? Well, without a doubt, they can expect to see very smooth, efficient offense. And on defense, they can expect to see a team that prides itself on grinding opponents down through sheer effort. And if we have a weakness, it's probably that we sometimes forget that it's a game, and we can end up taking ourselves and our sport too seriously. That can come back to bite us if we get in our own heads. At this level, games aren't really won or lost on the basis of conditioning alone. Every team that we'll see at a tournament like this is conditioning in exactly the same way that we are. There's no doubt about that. So, all the effort that we're putting in to ensure that we're in the best shape possible is really just to get to the same level as the competition. We don't feel there's any advantage to be gained. Really, we look at conditioning as only a prerequisite. I feel like if there's one thing that has the potential to derail our team from achieving the success we're after, it's the temptation to make excuses during our preparation. It's really easy to find reasons to justify taking shortcuts. Things like, it's too hot out, or it's too sunny, it's too humid. These are the types of things that really separate the teams that are focused on their preparation from those who are content to find a reason not to prepare the way they should. We've got a late invite to Worlds by way of the waiting list. So we know there will be people who look at us as though we aren't to be taken seriously. We're the 4th Canadian Open team. We weren't supposed to be there and all that stuff. Being the 4th Canadian Open team, that's kind of like being the 4th Backstreet Boy or the 4th Spice Girl. But those people in their respective fields probably worked pretty hard to get to where they were, and they're probably pretty proud of those efforts. Posh Ginger and Baby were talented and all, but I for one, I really admire Sassy Spice's grit, and I don't think anyone can take that away from her. Leading up to Worlds, we'll obviously spend most of our time and energy preparing to hit our quantifiable goals, but it's actually going to be just as important to us that when we're at the tournament, we play and carry ourselves with class. We're sensitive to the fact that Canada has drawn some negative attention for unsportsmanlike play in recent years. No disrespect intended to the players who were involved in that. They made amends, and it's all water under the bridge. But we know that right or wrong, it doesn't take much to create a stereotype. So for that reason, it'll be especially important for us to represent our country well. Nobody wants to end up on the unfair end of a stereotype.
Alright guys, let's force away, 1, 2, 3, away! Get Jesse, Cam, Brad handling. We're gonna run a red home. Let's just go mad. Count from 0, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mike! 7! Thanks bro.
Chura, come here. One sec, let me get a close-up picture.